Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of RJL Sit Downs. Now, on today's show, we have with us gospel recording artist, Emrand Henry. Emrand, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, sis. Thank you.
Lovely. So I'm so happy to have you here today. Where should we start? Because what's interesting about this interview, guys, to all of you out there, those who probably are St. Lucian will understand what I'm saying. So right. I remember being in Form 3 at secondary school and sitting down and tuning in to a program called Star Search. And on this program called Star Search was the first time I was introduced to Emrand Henry. Right. But I know your journey started way before Star Search. So would you like to tell us a bit about where you started? How did you get into music, or how did music get into you? Whichever one.
Okay, so basically my whole family from my father's side, right? They into music. My father's name is Pastor Charles Gaston. And in Millet, the Gastons are known for people who love music. As a matter of fact, my dad was a recording artist before before anything. So he used to record his songs in Trinidad by a guy called Joe Lewis, big producer. And when I was small, he had this the 45 Zizzle plates and stuff, and he used to sell it in bags, and he
the hustle.
2 songs.
Yeah.
2 songs on the 45. And from seeing my father sing in church, and one thing about my dad is that he always, wherever he went to sing in church, wherever he went to preach, he sang. He sang in church, he sang all the time. And what happened is that when I got saved, and I got saved under my father's ministry, I found that I could sing too. You understand?
Surprise!
Hey, I got some pipes too. I could sing. So I started to sing in church, doing worship. And then after doing worship, for a while, I thought like, you know what? I'm tired of singing these people's songs. Let me try write my own songs. Yeah. I started to create my little songs and started writing, and then actually started singing a few of my songs in church. And then from then, I started to sing at little community concerts. We had a group back then with me and a couple of my cousins, like 3 of us. We used to sing. And then, I started, it's like God was taking me from one step to the next. Then I started another group, with my cousin called Pedro. We used to be called Emrand and Pedro. And he was actually the one who introduced me to the whole gospel reggae kind of stuff, because I used to sing them slow songs. And, we used to do little concerts in the cultural center. We did shows here and there until, I met up with the Stackwest competition. Yeah. Even before that, I was traveling. I used to travel, but not booked as an artist, but just go out there with to see what's happening in gospel music. And I remember I met Jamie Thomas from Trinidad, who died recently. God bless his soul, rest in peace. He introduced me to a lot of the gospel artists in Trinidad. And I learned a lot from him about the industry. And from then I left Trinidad and then went to St. Lucia and was introduced to the whole Stackwest competition. I never thought that I was going to win. I just know that I had a message for the country. And I went and I did my thing. I sang. I could say I could sing pretty well.
Yes.
I thank God for the vocal abilities, and for really being true to the Christian community, being true to the message. And I sang and I won the competition, and it is one of the greatest achievements in my life. Something that it always brings back memories, and it's awesome.
Did it really? Because obviously, for those of us watching from home, we saw you won, and then, I mean, the song, the single that you came out with after, the competition will forever be embedded in the minds of St. Lucians, especially because what is going on was it was a mind blow. It was so good.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally, I would play it today and I'll still be bumping to it the same way I was bumping when I was 13.
And guess what, Latifah? Guess what? Recently, a lady called me and she was like, "There's a lot of crime happening in St. Lucia, and which song reminds me of you right now? What is going on?" It's like, we need to head this song over the radio.
It is the one. They need to be playing it. We're gonna be playing it. Don't worry. They need to be playing it.
and that is what a classic does, And it's like when you have a song like this, it could be played from generation to generation. It's a powerful song, and I thank God for being able to be the vessel that He was able to use to bring out this message to my fellow St. Lucians.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a powerful, powerful song for our nation and to the world, to be honest. And I pray it reaches every corner, because it's such a good musical piece of work. So I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In your musical journey, because we know music is quite an emotional experience.
Right.
Have you ever wanted to stop? Have you ever wanted to do something different? Have you taken a break? Have you come back?
I've never really wanted to take a break or wanted to stop. I mean, I've had challenges. I will not lie. I've had challenges. I've had disappointments. I've had breakthroughs. I've had down times, up times, But to stop, I've never seen myself stopping what I love to do. Understand? And what I love about music is not just the whole different genres of music, but being able to write my own songs. It's like giving birth. It's like a man with a womb. You understand? Men don't have wombs, right? But women
That's quite interesting.
Right? But it's kind of like a man with a womb, and you're creating a baby. And after you created this baby, now you by yourself, you gotta push. You gotta push, and you gotta go through the process that, hey, what I'm writing, is it gonna be a blessing to, first of all, me? And is it going to be a blessing to people that are listening to it? And, the process, the whole writing process and recording and getting a hit song out there is just an amazing thing for me. So I have, like I said, sis, I've been through a lot. I will not say that I have not come to a point, sometimes when my back is against the wall. Sometimes I've gone to, for example, let me give you an example of things I've been through. For example, I've been through gone to a concert, and due to the fact that people know, you're from St. Lucia, small island, what can he give? I've been to events where when I reach on the stage, people are ready to leave because my name wasn't really up there as popular yet. And when I reach on that stage, you could literally see people about to leave, because they say, oh, all the artists that we came to see, they are leaving. They are finished. They have sung already. And when I take that mic and I open my mouth, and I hit those notes, and people are like, huh? I literally see people come back. It's like, but you never told me this guy was like this. I've had a lot of moments like this where where after I'm done, people come back and say, you sure you're from St. Lucia? You're not from Jamaica? And I know.
Respect our island.
Yeah, listen. I did a show in a certain country, right? And when I went on stage, the MC was like, okay, this is Emrand Henry, right? He came to me, he's like, with his pad and everything. You from Jamaica, right? You from Jamaica? I said, no. I'm not from Jamaica. I'm from St. Lucia. I'm like, where is St. Lucia? We don't know where that is. So he called me and said, Emrand Henry from St. Lucia. I mash up the show, tearing up St. Lucian style, because
yes.
St. Lucia, we got a volcano. We're from fire, from lava place. So what happened is that after the whole the show was over, I went to their house. We normally do this, like we all go to the house and mingle and stuff like that. And I said, let me tell you something. I will show you exactly where I'm from. So I took a globe and I showed him that little dot. I said, this is the dot.
We're there.
So they don't say St. Lucia. I said, Santa Lucia. I said, yes, that's where I'm from. I'm not from Jamaica. I mean, I love Jamaicans. I love, different countries. I love Trinidadians, but I represent my beautiful small dot.
Yes, and they need to know that we're here.
Yes, small dot. Listen, small dot with a big sound. We had a big sound.
That should be our motto. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So you said, so you hinted a bit about birth. So you spoke about birthing the song out and the process that goes with that. So I want to talk about the song that you birthed out earlier on this year, Start a Fire.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Fire. Right. Yeah, Start a Fire basically was produced by a Jamaican producer called Paul Barkley. He is well known in Jamaica, and I always wanted to work with this man. Always wanted to work with him, and a friend of his who's in charge of the project. It was kind of like the A&R of the project. He's also Jamaican. D-Roy. He has a radio station in Houston, and they always invite me to do concerts in Houston. And this man called me, and this man was like, Emrand, I need you on this rhythm. We got people from Africa. We got people from Jamaica. You got to be on this rhythm. So I was like, yeah, man. Well, send me the rhythm. But he said it was like this beautiful reggae.
The rhythm is serious.
Yes, the rhythm is
serious.
I was like, who produced this rhythm? I was like, Paul. I was like, yo, Paul produced that. I've been trying for the longest while to work with Paul. I was like, let me tell you something. I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to write a song today. When I listen to the beat, listen to me, sis. Most times I get rhythms from all over the world. And the rhythms, what I normally tell the artist is that if the rhythm cannot speak to you, don't write it.
Leave it.
Leave it alone. Leave it. This rhythm, all I'm hearing, this rhythm is telling me to say, Emrand, you got to sing about fire. So I'm talking to the rhythm. To the rhythm, and I'm saying, reggae rhythm, what are you saying? He said, Emrand, you gotta start a fire and burn down Babylon kingdom. I said, hey, what you want me to sing about? I said, I'm gonna write about this. And I was watching the whole, because I love to look at the country, especially my beautiful country, what's happening around, And I like to speak to the spirit that is over the country and make them understand, that from a Christian standpoint, that we still have authority over demonic spirits. And then I said, yeah, man, I'm going to start a fire. But the fire I'm going to start is not a natural fire. It's a spiritual fire. And then, I started, we got to start we have put the fire upon all Babylonian system. Babylon means confusion that comes against the people. And man, when I wrote this song and I wrote the verses, and listen, the verses just started to come one after the next, the lines coming. I was like, oh my God. And I wrote this song in less than 15 minutes. And look at that! And I got my recording studio, I got my recording studio home. So I said, one time I went in my studio, recorded the vocals, and I sent that to Paul. When I sent that to Paul was like, oh my God, Emrand, that's a big tune.
Wow. No, it's one line in. I think I listened. I think the first line of the chorus in, I was like, yes, sold.
Yeah, may I start to feed the youths in the city. Fire upon the hidden, see them walking iniquity. Light them and tell them the one we have. But rise from the ground. Yeah, man. So beautiful song. And I must say, I got DJs in Africa who send me videos. They playing the song, and even as of today, the song is it was number 4 on the charts on GL Live 365 radio station with D-Roy. Now it's number 3, and we got like reggae legends on this chart. We got Arlen, we got different Jamaican artists, and it's just a pleasure to know. I'm from a small island, and there is a big sound that comes out of it, a big gospel sound.
That is wicked, man. I mean, well done to you. Praises to the Most High. You're doing amazing work. Amen. You're doing amazing work, and I pray you never stop, because the sound that you have it just blows you away. from the minute. Even if you don't want to dance, you'll dance. If you don't want to move, you'll move.
and that's right, sis. And that is what music's supposed to do to you. Positive music. And I spoke to your dad recently, and he gave me the whole idea of what he was trying to do. And I must say, I gotta big up your father. Your father is a powerful man. Hey,
Daddy.
He's a genius, man. I love this man. And when we spoke and he was telling me the whole vibe he had about the radio, and the whole positive vibe that he want to come out, I was like, man, this is a very, very, very great opportunity that this man is putting out there for Lucian artists, and I really encourage them because we have a voice, we have a message. We have a positive message, whether you are Rasta, whether you are Christian, whether you are not Christian. But there are people. Remember, the Bible says in the book of Joel chapter 2, in the last days I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. All flesh, all flesh, all flesh. His spirit will fall on all flesh. But his sons and daughters will prophesy. You understand? And prophecy is not just when I tell you, hey, this is what you did last week or this. Prophecy means basically speaking into the now, speaking the word of God in music, your voice, your vocals. David was a prophet. Sorry about that. I got a call. Yeah, guys. So David was a prophet, and David was also singing and stuff like that. So it is a blessing, man, to hear how your father, the vision, the passion that he has, man. He reminds me of a young Emrand Henry.
I'm sure you're his best friend now.
Yes. But listen. I've known your father for a while. I've known him, and I've followed his career. And when we spoke, and he told me like a lot of stuff. I was like, damn, man, you out there. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
So I wanna find out something. So, because we've spoken a lot about music, and obviously music is you are music. It's what you do in your day in, day out. So my question is, and I'm sure all the listeners and viewers are quite intrigued to find out as well. If you weren't Emrand Henry, the musician, the gospel recording artist, what do you think you'd be doing? What would you be?
Sis, I always wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a cop or a detective. So if I wasn't into music, I'd probably be pursuing that, I love cop shows. I love the thing about me, I love order. I love order. I love law and order.
I love law and order too.
That's right. And I watch a lot of cop movies and mystery series, so I probably would have been a cop. And a lot of my family members are police officers. So
oh my gosh. That's crazy. I think my dad was the one that started introducing me to kind of like all these crime programs. We used to binge watch Law and Order, Criminal Intent. I think I've watched everything. So I can empathize with you.
That's right. Up to a day like today, one of my favorite shows is The Blacklist. The Blacklist, where this guy does have intel on a lot of people. And what he does is that he exposes them, but he has a group of people around him, like a group of detectives who he kind of help them solve the crimes. He knows exactly like how the crime is going to happen, who's behind the crime, and all they have to do is to go through so many stuff to get those criminals,
I haven't watched that
criminals. One. Yeah, The Blacklist. You will love it. You will love it. Netflix? Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Then I'll be adding it to my list.
You will love it.
Thank you so much. I was running out of shows to watch. Oh my God, this has been an amazing interview. I've had so much fun. And I know we were both kind of feeling a little bit tired before the interview, but it's been full of so much life, so much joy. Emrand, you obviously love what you do, and we love that you love what you do. And we hope that you never stop. Keep on doing it. Keep on making them hits. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to say thank you to all our listeners and our viewers around the world. I've noticed those stats, guys, so I can see you're coming from little dots from around the globe. So, hey Australia, hey.
Hello, Australia.
So guys, until our next episode, wishing you love, peace, and positivity. Stay tuned. Oh, guys, before I forget, don't forget to tune into rjlradio.net so you can hear all the latest music from our beautiful, tiny little dot, St. Lucia, who's making big sounds across the globe. All right, love you guys. Peace.
Blessings.
And burn down Babylon wall.